Right. Hello everybody, and welcome to the stream. Hopefully you can hear me okay. And I've got the simulation paused at the moment, and we're here at London Victoria. And I'm here in Germany. It's the first time I've streamed on this computer since I've been in Germany, so hopefully it's all going to work okay. Hi Nick. Hope you're doing okay and recovering. Nice to see you on. So, as I say, we're here at London Victoria. I'm driving a Class 442 and I'm on my way to Gatwick Airport. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to unpause everything. So hopefully you can hear some sounds now. So there we are, there's the Gatwick Express. I'm not sure if they're actually using this this train now. I have a feeling it might have been superseded by something else. But anyway, we're using it, so maybe we've gone back in time a little bit for this. There's another train coming in. So we're getting the cab. Actually, I better just check that some lights on. Yeah, that's all okay. Okay, we got a green light, so we can depart London Victoria. Cancel that warning. Oh dear. Blimey, I've broken the train already. Well, it's just started. Right, so we're departing Victoria now. We've got a 20 mile per hour speed limit. And we'll be going over Grosvenor Bridge, I think they call it, and there'll be Chelsea Bridge to the right, and of course Battersea Power Station will be over on the left. Of course, Battersea Power Station is a big London landmark, isn't it? Decommissioned now, of course. I think it was a coal-fired power station. Task failed. Ensure you check your task list and complete each required item. Oh, do you know what I didn't do? I didn't open the doors. But anyway, I'm going to carry on. I didn't let the passengers on. Never mind, I'm not going to start again. That's a big fail before I've even started. Didn't let the passengers on. I'm sure they'll forgive me. Well, they won't forgive me, will they? So I won't be getting any points for this. Anyway, there's Battersea Power Station ahead. Hopefully the stream's working okay, Sylvia. You can just give me a check on that. Oh, I didn't open the doors, did I? That's because I had the thing paused. Right, up to 40 now. So there we go. Oh, so just crossing the Thames now. And there's Chelsea Bridge. .45 mile per hour limit now here. We've got to go via Clapham Junction, so this is Gatwick Express, so we're not actually going to be stopping on the way. We're going straight to Gatwick, and then we're coming back from Gatwick, doing the return leg as well. So on a 45 mile per hour speed limit here, accelerate a little bit. So Clapham Junction is a really busy station, isn't it? I think it gets all the traffic from London Victoria and also from London Waterloo, I think. And very busy. I think it's one of the busiest stations actually in Europe, so I read. So there we go. 45 mile per hour speed limit. Which I'm exceeding. Look at what I'm doing here. So yeah, this is a class 442, I think it is, and I do believe that they don't use this particular loco now on up to a 60 now for the Gatwick Express. I think they're using something else now. Of course, this is the London-Brighton route, and so you can go right all the way down to Brighton. It's using the third rail electrification system. So we're on a 60 now. I think initially the electrification system here was overhead. I believe. I think it went to third rail in about 1930s. I'm not sure on that. I have to check on that one as well. Did read some stuff about it a little while ago. So we're on a 60 mile per hour limit, coming into a 70 soon. I've been to Gatwick Airport a few times, but I've never actually flown from Gatwick. Excuse me. I remember going there quite often in the past, dropping my brother off, who was always flying from Gatwick, but I've not flown from there. I quite like to see TrainSim do the Stansted Express, which is the one that I do all the time. But whether they do the Stansted Express or not, I don't know. So, as I say, first time I've streamed from Germany with this setup, and I meant to bring all the settings over with me. I had different settings that I've been using for streaming on my computer in England, and I was intending to bring all those over, but I've forgotten them, as one does, and so I've been messing around with settings here. I'm not sure if they're as they should be, but at least it is working. I messed around with all the streaming settings in England and got everything working pretty good. So we're in a 70. And we look like we're going to be arriving at Gatwick Airport pretty well on time. timings don't seem too strict on this scenario. No, some of the train simulator scenarios, you're really tied down to the second. And you've basically got to keep the speed limits going. You know, you've got to be just below the actual speed limits, otherwise you won't make the timings. But on some it's not too bad, and I can see that I'm due to arrive at Gatwick at 0928, and it says I'm going to be arriving at 0927, so we're not doing too bad. Apart from I didn't let the passengers on at London Victoria. Oh well. Such is life as a train driver, as a rubbish train driver. Anyway, Nick, I think the weather's been nice in England, hasn't it? And over here in Germany, the weather's been absolutely brilliant. Really, really warm. I was speaking to someone in England this morning, and they said that the weather was pretty good. But I don't think it's been quite as warm as it has been here in Germany. So we've got about 19 miles to go now to Gatwick. A little look round inside the cab here. Quite good visibility in here, although it's got just a small forward-facing window. You've got this side window, which is quite good as well. So visibility is pretty good. A lot of these locos, the actual window at the front is quite small. Excuse me. Suffering with a bit of hay fever here at the moment. What with this early summer, I think the pollen's come early as well. Just had to push the horn. Yeah, okay, Nick, about the weather in England. Yeah, I've got a warning there coming up. I wasn't paying too much attention. Okay, no, we're okay. We're on a green light now. Must have been a yellow when the warning came up. Yeah, I've noticed since I've been coming to Germany that the weather's been very, very similar, but it's been warmer. Basically, we've been getting the weather that getting the UK weather coming over after about a day. I'm speeding. Oops. Slow down here. But it's definitely warmer in Germany for sure. That's right, slowing down to 45 coming up in a minute. It's a warning for that. Oh, the warning was for us changing speed limit, wasn't it? Which I wasn't paying any attention to before. So make sure I get down to 45 now. Be okay. So we're in the 45 now. We're okay. Get out of this station and then we'll be back into 60 mile per hour speed limit coming up. I think this particular loco or consist, whatever you want to call it, it's got the speed record on this line. Over 100 miles an hour. I think it's got some sort of record. So we'll be coming into a 60 shortly. Right, to 60 mile per hour speed limit now. And then coming into a 90. Yeah, Sylvia's got a nice new router now. We're getting a few problems here with the internet, was sort of going on and off a little bit. Everything seems to be good now. So up to 90. Back off the power a little bit. So Gatwick in about 14 miles. I gotta do that. So increasing the speed just a little bit. Still says I'm going to be about a minute early, arriving about a minute early, which is good. I'm not really having to push things too much. This route is a few years old, London-Brighton route, but it's quite a popular one, a very good one. I wonder if Peter's about. I think Peter said he was going to try and watch it on his big screen TV, but maybe he's not around this afternoon. You can always watch the replay. I like it how the weather sort of changes dynamically as you're going along. Sometimes it's dull, sometimes the sun comes out. It's really good. I like that. I guess if I ever get back to London Victoria, I'm going to probably be given the sack straight away. Going to be laid off. They're going to say there's about 40 people just left waiting on the platform. You never opened the doors, so you just left. Oh dear. For the tunnel here, and about 9 miles to go to Gatwick. As I say, we're going to change at Gatwick. We're going to get back in the other end of the train, take the train back towards London Victoria, but little birdie tells me we're not going to actually make it to London Victoria, and I think journey ends at Clapham Junction, which is fairly close to Victoria anyway. Just trying to remember whether I've actually taken a 90-mile-per-hour speed limit now, whether I've taken a train from Victoria. Taken lots of National Express coaches from Victoria, I remember that. I'm not sure if the coach station is on the same site actually. It might not even be on where the train station is, I'm not sure. But I don't think I've taken a train from Victoria. Yeah, the internet's working pretty good, Sylvia, because I can actually see the chat and the replay of my stream, which is half a minute behind, and that's holding out good. So yeah, it's working really good. Quite a good view, isn't it? I like that. You see the train sort of bending around the track at the front. And we're coming into an 80 now, so just decrease the speed a little bit. Gatwick in about 5.5 miles. And up to 90 again now. Ah, okay, Nick, about you, well, you know Victoria really well then. Worked in Croydon. Wow. I think, have we been through East? I think we passed East Croydon, didn't we? Of course, I'm not stopping anywhere, apart from at Gatwick, and I think, but I think one of the stations we passed was East Croydon. Presumably that was the one that you used to get off at then. Yeah, of course, being a Wiltshire lad, I mean, all my, up to 90 now, all my train journeys really were on the western region, and not really been anywhere on the southern. Apart from that, I remember I had when I used to do model railwaying, and I've still got some stuff, but I used to like all the old southern railway stuff from the old days. I used to like the green livery, especially with the steam locos. So I had a collection of the old Southern Railway rolling stock for my model railway. I remember that. Anyway, still on time. Looks like I don't actually have to keep to just under 90 to make it. So Gatwick is coming up now, just a couple of miles away. So I'm going to be prepared now to slow down. So it's a warning, it's double yellow. That means there's a signal is going to be yellow ahead. Or should be anyway. Double yellow, sort of a preliminary warning signal. Warning for another one. Warning for 40 mph speed limit now. So that's a single yellow, which means could be a red ahead now. Next signal. There probably is going to be a red because we're stopping completely and turning round, going back the other direction. So we'll slow down now to 30, which is coming up. Coming into Gatwick. Where's that signal then? There it is, the red obviously. So I will remember to open the doors at least, but whether I've got anybody on or not, I don't know. So we're opening the doors now. And as I say, this is a Gatwick. I don't know if there's anything. Oh, there's a few aircraft over there, look. Can hear some jet aircraft. Oh, there's one coming in. Hooray! Oh, it's good that they've modelled the planes at least. Limey's coming down pretty hard, isn't he? Whoa. Train departing. Right, you will now form the return to London Victoria. Change cabs by pressing Control and minus. Control and minus. Okay, see what happens there then. Oh, here we are. We're in the other cab now. And I guess we can depart, can't we? Soon we can depart. Yeah, all doors are closed. Okay, off we go. Back where we came from. I don't know if it should be making that noise. It sounds like I've broken something again. Perhaps I should have to look up how to drive this train. Used to be East Croydon. Okay, Nick, yeah. After that into Oxford Street. Okay, sounds like you knew London pretty well then, or perhaps you still do. It's not my favourite place, I must say. My dad was born in London, and he was in the Blitz. He was a young boy then, and but he was brought up in the East End, and he came down to the West Country during the war, and that's where he met my mum. And he did a little bit of national service, but the war was over, and but he stayed in the West Country then. But he never lost his Cockney accent. He always had his London twang, you know. And I took him back to where he lived quite a few years ago now. It was in the East End of London. There's a place called Rainton Road near Campbell Street or something. It was right in the East End. It was near the, you know, it was genuine Cockneys. They say if you're born in the sound or under the sound of Bow Bells, you're a true Cockney. And he didn't like it because the road was just lots of flats. Nothing like he remembered. I think he lived in a pretty nice house by all accounts, and you know, he had a proper flushing toilet and all that sort of thing. And he used to pull my mum's leg and say, "Oh, you didn't have a toilet like I did in London," because I think my mum at the time was living in a village near where I live. Of course, they had an outside toilet. So yeah, but he liked the country life then. He didn't miss London. Right, 90 mile per hour speed limit as we head back towards London now. I think you get used to, you know, where you live. You just get used to it, don't you? And I know Sylvia likes city life more than the country life. But of course, Sylvia was brought up in Saarbrücken, which is a fairly big city. So it's what you get used to. So we're on 90 here. Whoa! Oh, hi Peter. Bit late, yeah, don't worry. You could watch the beginning again anyway, can't you? But I failed terribly at the beginning, Peter, and I forgot to let the passengers on at London Victoria anyway, so I completely failed. So we're on our way back now anyway from Gatwick towards London, but I don't think we're going to actually end up in Victoria. I think we're going to end this journey at Clapham Junction, which isn't too far away. So I'm not keeping right up to the speed limits. It seems to be fairly lax on timings on this route. You like it when things go wrong? Well, you'd have to watch the very beginning of the stream then, because it really went wrong there. As soon as I set off from Victoria, it said I'd failed the task. I kept going anyway. I said I'm going to get the sack when I get back to London for sure. I had the simulation paused and was just sort of looking round the station, and got in the train and just didn't open the doors. There you go. Right, on a 90 mile per hour speed limit now. Oh, we're going to go through, it says we're going through East Croydon next, Nick, so East Croydon is coming up in about 10 miles. Oh, you're off to Poland, Peter. Oh, that sounds good. Four-day holiday coming up. Very nice. Oh, it's funny, I'm going to be really late on the way back here. I'm just looking at the estimated time of arrival, and I'm going to be about 3 or 4 minutes late. The timings weren't strict at all on the way, but on the way back they seem to be. It's weird. It's me taking it easy. I'll try and keep up to the speed limit a bit better than what I have been then, I think. Surprising how much you've got to concentrate doing this, I must say. It's my excuse for getting it wrong. Lack of concentration, or just getting old or something. Anyway, the new train simulator is out now, Train Sim World. That's actually available now. Looks really, really great. But if you are thinking of getting it, just make sure you've got a fairly high spec computer, because you're going to need something really pretty well spec'd to run it. It's sort of the future of train simulation, really. Whereas this one is Still runs reasonably well on older machines, which is good. This one is always going to be supported anyway. Got loads of different routes and scenarios for this particular one. As time goes by, there'll be new routes and updates for the new one as well. So coming up to East Croydon in about 5 miles. I'll slow down a bit, Nick, when we go through there. I'll probably have to anyway, probably have some speed limits on that maybe. Maybe I recognise something there or not, I don't know. Go straight through it, yeah, okay. I've got to do that anyway. What that I'm driving, you know, I'm driving the express here, so that's it. Oh, Pearly Oaks is coming up next. That's some lovely names. Pearly Oaks. Going for another station here. Anyway, East Croydon coming up in about 3 miles. There's Pearly Oaks. Got a warning, got a 60 mile per hour speed limit coming up. Yeah, I've definitely got to slow down for East Croydon anyway by the looks. Let's put the brakes on. Down to 60 now, it's coming into a 60. Get down to 45 now, and then 30 miles per hour as we go through East Croydon. Down to 30 coming up. Here we are, East Croydon is coming up. Oh, it looks like we're sort of looping around this back platform here. good view, is it? East Croydon, there we are. Fairly big station, isn't it? Okay, Nick. Right, so back up to Clapham Junction's next. 7 miles, got to stop there. And I think that's Journey's End. 45. mph speed limit now. And we'll be coming into a 70. I love blowing the horn. Has to be done. Probably get the sack for doing that as well. So what? I'm going to get the sack anyway for not letting the passengers on, so it doesn't make any difference. Right, 70 now. Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it, Nick? For an old game, as I say, this game is quite a few years old now, and but they are still developing the routes. So the latest stuff that they put out, the scenery is much better. But some of the old routes are still good. I mean, this is, as I say, this London Brighton one is probably 4 years old now, maybe 5 years, something like that. It's really quite nice. They do vary a little bit on how they run though. Some of the sceneries you don't get quite so good frame rate. Don't seem to be optimised as well as some of the others, but some of the older ones, you know, aren't so detailed anyway. So I think for all these simulators that are running like this, I think you do need, you know, it's best to have a fairly powerful computer if you want decent frame rates. I mean, my frame rates are suffering a little bit because I'm streaming as well. I'm using the same PC to run the streaming software, so I've got other programs running in the background. If I wasn't doing the streaming, things would be even smoother. A lot of people use 2 PCs. They use one computer to run the streaming software, and the separate computer to run the actual game. Which is a nice way to do it. Oh, exceeding the speed limit slightly there. And I'm down to a 60 now anyway, so the brake's on. Really missed that. Weird watching yourself drive off into the distance. 2 miles to Clapham Junction, just about. It's a really, really busy station. Apparently, it's not that close to Clapham. Although it's called Clapham Junction, I don't think it's sort of that close to where Clapham is. Yes, a little birdie tells me that I can't make it into Victoria. All will be revealed in a minute. Well, as I say, Clapham Junction is very, very close. Clapham Junction in about a mile. It's a warning. Double yellow. That's a preliminary warning. So there won't be the next signal won't be a stop. But just warning you, could be a yellow, single yellow coming up. AWS warning again, and the single yellow now, so the next signal could be a red. I'm stopping at the station anyway, so the signal is beyond the station. When I stop, I just pause it quickly, just have a quick look round Clapham Junction. Yep, red signal ahead. So let's pause break that a minute. Just have a quick look at Clapham Junction, because it's a fairly big station, and the tracks here are pretty comprehensive, aren't they? So I do know that the Waterloo line comes through here. I'm not sure what else is going through, but apparently it's one of the busiest stations in Europe, I believe. Look at that massive lines over this way. It's unbelievable. Of course, being three rail electrification, it all looks even more complex, doesn't it? So anyway, that's a Gatwick Express there. That's the train I was driving. So what we'll do, get back in. So if I pause brake that again. Well, no, I won't get back in. Just see what it's going to... Well, I know what it's going to tell me. There's going to be a message come up now. The little birdie tells me there has been a power failure at London Victoria and no trains are permitted to enter. You will be held here until power is back. Scenario is complete. It might have said there's been an uproar at London Victoria because the passengers weren't allowed on the train on the way down. So it's best if you stay at Clapham Junction and get off here and get home before you get the sack in the morning. Anyway, let's get rid of that. Hopefully you enjoyed the little train journey. Thanks for joining in, everybody, especially Nick and Peter there who popped up in the chat. I enjoyed the ride. As I say, I messed up right at the beginning, so that's okay. I'm here in Germany for another 2 weeks, so hopefully I'll be able to get another stream in. Probably Train Simulator, or if not Train Simulator, some flight sim. So, cheers all. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all again. See you all on Facebook anyway. And get well soon, Nick. And enjoy your holiday, Peter. Sounds like it's going to be a great one in Poland. So cheers all. And bye from Germany. See you all again soon. Bye now.